This is TVC News at 7, reaching you live from our headquarters here in Lagos. Let's begin in Kaduna State, where the federal government, through the Ministry of Defense, says it will not relent in the fight against terrorism till all criminals are defeated. Minister of State for Defense Bello Matawalle said this when he visited victims of Sunday night's drone attack at a hospital in Kaduna. The Defense and Army chiefs also offered their unreserved apology to the affected community. Our correspondent Lupe Asom reports.
The Chief of Army Staff en route to Tudun Biri village, where the Nigerian Army drone killed villagers observing Maulud festivities on Sunday. He arrives on site to personally assess the devastating effect of the strike. Expressing regret, the Army Chief acknowledged that their intended mission against terrorists had an unintended impact on innocent community members. Next, the Army Chief paid respect at the burial site.
The Nigerian Army has a responsible organ of government and organization is willing to support law-abiding citizens. More so that the unfortunate incident that happened on Sunday occurred as a result of error on the part of Nigerian Army personnel. Drone observed the movement of people suspected to be bandits, and having trailed them for some time, a decision was taken to conduct a strike based on the observation of some tactics usually employed by bandits. Unfortunately, the reports we got thereafter revealed that it was innocent civilians that the drone conducted a strike on.
This is the site where the first blast took place, claiming the lives of majorly women and children. The head of the district says at least 80 persons were buried yesterday in that unfortunate incident. No crater could be seen. The locals say some victims who died fell into this well and were buried. The district head talked about the death toll. He says Tudun Biri is a diverse community of Muslims and Christians who have been troubled by bandits in the past.
Well, just about 80, the number of people that were buried, both male and female. In the past, I think about 9 people were slain by the bandits, but they kept on staying. There are Christians and Muslims living here.
Those who were affected yesterday?
Including the Christians who were affected.
The Baraudiko Teaching Hospital is overwhelmed. Already admitted 66 casualties with varying degrees of injuries, some severe. And due to capacity issues, victims including children are being treated on the floor. Federal support arrived in the form of a delegation led by the Minister of State for Defense Bello Matawalle and Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa. They visited the victims, expressing solidarity and made commitments to ensure they get proper treatment. Minister Matawalle reiterated the government's unwavering commitment to fight terrorism until the perpetrators face justice.
Well, you know, we are not going to relent to our actions because these criminals, we must defeat them by God's grace.
Lieutenant General Lagbaja pledged the Army's support, promising to cover medical expenses, and presented a 10 million naira donation to the affected victims. For the federal government, this is a time of grief. They promise to support those affected by the tragic incident. Lupe Asom, TVC News, Kaduna.
In the meantime, the Northwest Zonal spokesperson of